so I'll keep that. All right, where is Aratak? Aratak.
But our purpose was to take back the mountain. Now what?
Stay prepared. Sharpen your spears. Should we not return, defending the cut falls to you. If our chieftain agrees with this course.
Sounds like good advice, but let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Chieftain?
The weight of command is no small burden.
I can see that.
All right.
I take it you haven't spoken to Araya yet?
Why should I? This is what she wanted, to return to Thunder's drum. It is her only care. So I should have known she would find a way to push aside my spear. After the Karja took my sister, not all of her came back.
What happened to Araya when she was a captive of the Karja?
As a shaman, she's adept with machines. Tracking them, stunning them. The Karja used her to capture them for the Sun Ring, where they were unleashed upon the innocent. They made her part of their blood sport. The shame she suffered beneath their pitiless sun.
She survived.
She endured. Endured by reminding herself of the spirit, her purpose. And now that's all she has.
Tell me what happened to the first expedition.
Rhea led the way to the summit, but it was blocked by a great door. Some kind of cauldron, new metal. We tried to break through, but it was unflinching. We were exhausted, no way forward and machines behind. I made the call to push back. It cost us greatly. But to remain would have cost us everything. I had hoped to never subject Araya to that again.
What do you think is beyond that door?
I do not know. That expanse of metal, that dead hum. Nothing sacred belongs there. Machines and death, that's what the mountain holds. Death for us or for the daemon.
And if we do find the spirit?
Then perhaps we should put it out of its misery.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you're coming with me.
Someone has to keep Araya safe.
I'll give this to the Archon.
So I don't know how long this mission is in like sheer numbers. Like I got to basically the part that you saw of this, which is where the Thunderjaw came out. I got there, and that was when I couldn't get past that. The door that I was trying to open when the Thunderjaw came out is a cauldron door. Cauldrons usually are a lot bigger than just one room, so that might only be like a halfway point. This part's really cool, and this is the part that is the conversation that might change because I didn't know who Silence was when I first came to the cut. I don't know what's going to be different, if anything.
Aloy, this is it. My chance to reunite with the spirit, and perhaps to reunite her with the blue light. It's not a chance I would have had alone. I needed an outsider. Someone ignorant of our ways. But no, not ignorant.
Are you trying to thank me, Araya?
Yes, of course. That's what you do. Untangle knots. Create possibilities. Thank you for making this pilgrimage possible. I only wish it had not been necessary to humiliate Aratak. You were wise.
Didn't really
to
humiliate
let
him.
come. He's earned the right. Stubborn as stone, but he's had to be. The war demanded it. And so have I.
All right. Okay, so it does have the
What are we going to
ability
find
to talk
up
about
there,
silence
Araya?
here.
Ruins. Machines. And a door, like that of a cauldron. I have faith that you can find a way through it, Aloy. For beyond it lies the spirit. I know I can find her there. Though I do not doubt the daemon has tried to hide the way.
What did the war do to Aratak?
He cut away everything until only his true self remained. Unyielding ice. No Banuk has more sheer will. He fought the Karja for 1,000 freezing nights, yet always rallied his hunters at sunrise. It is said he endured 23 wounds in those years. His hunters counted them. He never complains of one. Instead, he complains that life with me is harder. He's right. What have I ever given him but struggle?
Aratak told me you were a captive of the Karja for a long time. It sounded bad.
For Aratak, it all comes back to that. He thinks the Karja changed me. They did not. They merely sharpened my focus. When all else is lost, you think about what's truly important. The spirit. The blue light. The beyond. And my brother, too. Every time I felt the chill northern wind, I thought of him. Worried for him.
I was wondering if you knew anything about a man named Silence. I think he's Banuk. Or at least he looks that way.
That is not something I can talk about outside the Conclave.
Conclave?
A gathering of prominent shamans in Banur. They have sworn me to secrecy on this matter.
But I'm your chieftain. And I wouldn't ask unless I needed
That's
to
cool.
know.
What you want is no small thing. But it would seem that I have little choice. Silence came to Banur from the distant north. A young shaman of the Owl's Watch. A remote Werrick that rarely comes south to parley.
Silence was a shaman.
He was. Or at least, when we sent runners to ask the Owl's Watch, they said he was. His knowledge of the machines was beyond compare, and he was hungry to trade what he knew to the rest of us. It didn't take him long to gain the trust of the Conclave, and eventually, an invitation to attend.
What about you? Did you trust him?
No. But he impressed me. He carried himself with poise and authority. I wanted to learn from him, but that was not to be. He was granted knowledge of our most sacred meeting place, the frozen caves of the Malmstrom, a month's march from Banur. He met with us there, as is custom at High Winter. But when we next returned, the caves had been looted. Relics of the old world stolen. Holes cut in ice and metal.
Yeah, that'd be Silence, all right.
He vanished with the spoils. We sent our best trackers after him. None returned. And when we checked back with the Owl's Watch, those who had vouched for him were gone. As though he never existed. Some in the Conclave began to doubt he was even Banuk to begin with.
And what do you think?
He committed an unforgivable sacrilege. He's unscrupulous and dangerous. But also brilliant, skilled, and knowledgeable without equal. Except, perhaps, for you. Anyone else I would warn off, but you may be able to treat with him safely. Just don't lower your guard.
I'll keep that in mind, Horea. Thanks.
Okay. So this is the part that's really cool, but I want to mention in terms of the Silence thing. I did go back and beat the main story all the way up to the final mission again because I think this DLC is supposed to be about Silence. I think it's supposed to give you information on him and lead into a potential sequel revolving around his character. So I want all the information I can get on him. That's the reason I took the time to do that. That little bit wasn't much different. They didn't say anything different necessarily, but I do believe because I couldn't mention Silence before, it combined two responses there. That is kind of cool that, you know, it understands that I went back and did it after I had already met Aurea the first time and so on and so forth. But everything should be up to this point. It should play out exactly like it would have played out. if I hadn't gone back. If I was capable of beating this fucking DLC on Ultra Hard, nothing is going to be different. The only thing, like I said, is collectibles and stuff like that. That's it. Maybe a little bit of information, because I did do all of the side missions and everything else, so I might have a little more stuff to say. But that should be the only difference, which, if anything, is going to give us more information. It should be better.
It hasn't been easy for you, Aurea. Getting back to this point.
It was all to hear her voice again. This time, we both will.
I'd like that.
Are you ready then? Once we ascend, it will be hard to turn back.
I love. I mentioned this in the other recording that I didn't get to use because I couldn't finish the fucking mission. But I love the way that this works. It's one of those things that, like, you know, okay, the technology that we have that is ancient at this point that they don't understand, and the way that they make it work is great. I love it.
I don't see a way up.
Not up. Through.
No, brother! So you see, I too can call upon the power of the old ones.
She can set off the fire alarm. I love it so much. It's so cool. It's so far, and again, I haven't seen much more than this.
What is this place?
That is my favorite thing that has happened in the DLC. Just because that understanding that they don't have
Fortress.
is great.
Looks more like a machine.
Checking for recordings. Oh yeah, there are machines here. I forgot about that. They should be a lot easier to take out though, so. Which I didn't really have to before. I kind of snuck past them.
Here, up and over. Metal pillars. All those beneath cliffs. I still don't like it.
Grab whatever's in y'all. Alright. It took me like 20 minutes to figure out that I had to climb this crane last time. Okay. This as well. That took me a while. Forgot. Couldn't tell. Okay. So, here's one thing that will no doubt be different, I'm sure. This motherfucker, which I didn't show this part in the Rage Quit video. This motherfucker didn't die in one hit last time. Now, I don't know if he will this time or not, but judging by the one that I accidentally did this to a minute ago whenever I was fighting that tower, should. Okay. Now. Hey, look over here. Alright, I have to fight these guys. Unfortunately.
Machines.
There is a part coming up that you can see through and you don't have to fight anything. Okay. Go. No. Thank you. okay. I get it. You want me dead. I'm gonna hide behind whatever this thing is. Alright, there's still one more. Scrapper? No, watch it. Hiding in the corpse of its friend. It's unfair, game.
We must climb higher, and our path will become clear.
Alright. Can I... there's not much. Alright. Let's see. If I remember correctly, there was some stuff around here. Don't remember exactly. There it is. Alright. Again, I don't really care for the text documents. I will play the audio logs for you guys, but text, that sort of stuff, if you're really interested in it, you should be playing the game, in my opinion. I do read them, but I wait until I get all of them, which I still haven't done, so, you know, that's a thing. But I'm not going to pull them up every time I pick one up. I did that for Outlast, whenever I was playing that. Wasn't the best. Let's see. Anything over there? Nope. Alright, this way. I made a wrong turn at Albuquerque. Come back. Stairs. Alright, we should, I think. I don't know exactly how much further I have to go. I know I have to sneak through one room with a shitload of fucking machines. This room. I went the other way last time. There's two options. I'm gonna go straight through.
We fought our way through there. The machines overcame us. We retreated.
There are Scorchers and Behemoths down there. I don't know, that might not be the best option.
Now we must prevail. With only 2 warriors and a shaman to protect.
Aloy is no ordinary warrior. And I can hold my own. And so, go that way instead.
So that's the way I went.
There are machines up there, but also cover. We could stay hidden, at least for a while.
All right, I get the options. Now follow my lead. Pipes.
All right. So like I said, I'm gonna go straight in because I didn't do that last time and I want to. So I'm gonna quick save here just in case, and pick up this stuff. It's a really big fire to be so close to that tree. I mean, that could spread. Also, the snow doesn't melt. I don't know what kind of snow that is, but can we talk about the fact that it doesn't melt? Okay. Thanks, Aloy. That was awesome. Get rid of that thing before it can use it against me. There we go. Alright. That's not at all what I wanted to happen. Oh! Am I dead? Where am I? This is an outdoor area? I'm severely confused. Okay. You were just murdering me. Get it, dude. You're angry. You dead yet? Please die. Thank you. Holy shit, that hit hard. Alright, it's one Scorcher down. I don't think they can get down here. I don't know if I'm supposed to be down here. I mean, there's stuff to pick up, so I assume I'm allowed down here, but I thought I was dead. I thought I had fallen into like one of those places that I'm not supposed to go, so the game just automatically kills you kind of place. That's what I thought had happened. Seriously, you're still alive? Thank you. Alright, now I need to make arrows and hope that that behemoth can't fucking attack me from where it is. That out of there. Get those. The good thing about the behemoths not being able to get down here is when that happens, I don't take damage. It's gonna fall down here eventually, I'm sure of it. Still attack. Definitely still attack. It's almost dead. It's gonna be like that. Oh, look out! Could you imagine if like this was one of those games where like you had to actually keep people alive, and that corpse of that behemoth fell on him and killed him, and I failed?
I wonder what they'll trade.
That would have been horrible. Would have been hilarious, but would have been horrible. Would have been even worse if I was on ultra hard. What did I just get? More spear stuff. I really need to get this spear upgrade. I don't know how many slots it's going to have, so I'm keeping multiple of those. Also, I've noticed that a lot of the stuff you get from the DLC, you can't sell. And it's like, how am I supposed to clear my inventory? Because since I had to play the beginning
These towers
twice, I got some of the items a second time, and it's like, what the hell, man? Now what do I do? All right. Ooh, there's stuff down here. What are you? Nothing too special, I guess. Ah.
I don't like being out in the open like this.
Take that. I'm sure there's another one like up there that I'll have to come back for. Alright, I think that's all there is, really. Yeah, I don't see... I mean, I might be too far away, but I don't see anything else. Oh! Hi! Motherfucker. I was tricked. I've been lied to, I've been hoodwinked, swindled. That was just horrible. If that had happened on Ultra Hard, I would have been pissed the fuck off. At least it's just one, though. Okay. Now then, sit still so I can murder you. Its belly's already popped too. Oh wow, I'm doing a shitload of damage. So I was thinking, as I mentioned before, the main point of this is the cauldron, which I assume is the cauldron that's going to give me the ability to override fire calls and scorchers and frost falls.
Then we'll find another way.
So, I'm curious if maybe the cauldron itself is going to be the first fire claw that I fight, because if you remember from the main game, if you watched my series on, or if you've played it yourself, when you go into a cauldron, there's like this arena area, and you have to fight a machine, and then after you fight the machine, you can override the cauldron, and it becomes less hostile. You take it over and you can then override things. So I'm wondering if the fire call is going to be inside the cauldron.
For being here, everyone. I suppose it's not every day you get to have cocktails inside an active volcano, right? Unless you're George, and I can hardly blame him for drinking on the job. None of this would be here without our beloved director, Kenny Chow. So, here's to you, Kenny.
like to add something. This effort wouldn't have been possible without our lead programmer. Thank you, Anita, for bringing us our real mastermind, Cyan.
I'll second that, Director Chow. All right, Cyan. What's our latest number? The current count is 1,654. Wow, then drink up, everyone. Here's to 1,654 more years without an eruption.
That also makes me think that it's possible I might cause an eruption.
It was the spirit. The old ones. I could only grasp some of what they said.
You were right, Araya. This place was built to stop something terrible. And it worked. As for the spirit, I'm starting to get an idea of what it could be.
The door is open now. We can get through.
Alright. So down here is where the
We'll have to come
last
through
part of
the
that
live
video
machines to get
was.
to that door.
More than the Werak could prevail against before.
Aloy will see us through.
Onward then. Our challenge.
The geothermal plant can be suspended.
In terms of this, you fight a few machines before you do the door and then the Thunderjaw. I don't know what to expect after that because I never got that far. But we have caught up to where I was. And hopefully I'll get past it this time. Alright. Come here.
You're going down.
Alright. Now see, there's a Scorcher over there, and I think it's 2 Scrappers. And that's the Scorcher, and that's the one that I thought was the Fireball whenever I first fought it. Okay, that's new. I don't think they did that before. Alright. This. Right there. Alright. I'm assuming that ability came from that tank. Because that's usually the first thing I go for is the components on its back. And I'm assuming I had always just knocked that off before I had a chance to do that lunge attack. Because I don't remember that. If it's happened before, I don't recall. It's dead. Somehow managed to attack me after it died, but it's dead. Okay. Go. That. And take that from you, even though it's pretty much worthless. 21,000 metal shards. Alright, so knocked it off up here, so it's right there. That's a good thing for me. Because that thing could be used to take out the... There's a body here. Okay. A few bodies, actually. That gun, it's not amazing, but it could be used to take out the Thunderjaw. I'm not going to bother setting up any traps. If I need them, I will try on a second attempt. But also, if I don't finish it on this attempt, that gun's not going to be there. So...
More machines. Make ready.
And you're all familiar with this. This is much easier. Okay. That. Gotta get those damn disc launchers off. Those things killed me so many times in that video. There we go. Now, it's, whoa, okay. He's angry. I'm down. It's tied down. Now, where'd the disc launcher go? Did one of them not land anywhere that I can pick it up? I don't think they did. Awesome. Let's see, knock this stuff off. Go. Okay. Void the tail. Going? There? Nope. Didn't necessarily miss, but I didn't hit my target either. So much health. That off. Whoa. Come here. That's right. Touch you in the face. Robots have faces. It's a question I need to ask right now. Shot you in your fake mechanical representation of the face. It's just too long of a sentence. It doesn't feel good. Ah, stop. No. Get out from underneath it. That off. Kill it. Right. Now, metal shards.
Songs of demons.
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and
was a verse worth singing.
Now, Aloy,
make sure I have all the ammo I can.
Can you open it?
Because I just noticed something that I didn't notice before. The door got halfway through the override before it just immediately stopped and then the Thunderjaw came out. So it's entirely possible that this game, knowing how much I dislike them, is going to send more monsters after me, or machines rather. And I'm gonna have to fight some if I get inside either way. But nope. Nope. Cutscene. Well, that's different. Yeah, I'd say something's wrong with this cauldron.
Years have passed since I stood here. Since then, the daemon has
Completed the second something.
taken over.
It's like an infection. Attacking all this machinery.
Everything has changed. It's twisted. The path I took to get to the spirits lost to us.
We'll find a new path, Araya. I promise. All right. Let's go.
Yes. And finish this.
Okay. Down, I guess?
All right.
I don't see any machines. Also, normally cauldrons have a shitload of health items in them. Not that I need them. but it would be nice to know that I have them if I do wind up needing them. As a backup. Or something of that sort. Okay. Alright. I don't want to interact with the door yet. I want to loot this. Alright, so at this point, if I haven't mentioned it enough, this is all new to me. I don't know what to expect. Okay. Nothing here. Let's go. Alright, I see some cauldron-esque activity. Oh. Across the antechamber.
I'm with you.
What is that?
We'll stay as long as we have to.
Let's
Alright.
get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
Okay. Now, let's see. I can climb over it myself, but I need to disable it so that they can get past.
Can't see a way to close the vent from here. I'll have to go over it.
I have to look at these. Yep. Thought so.
Right.
Okay, that was easy enough. Just wait, I guess.
These conveyors should
That's
get
the
me
key.
across.
Alright. So. Jump! There we go. Oh, I didn't loot that. Dang it. I don't know if there's anything worth having in it, but it still would have wanted
She's in
to.
the air.
Okay, where am I going?
Now it should have opened.
Okay. How do I do that? How do I shut the vent off? Aloy, you're not giving me the necessary information. Alright, I'm assuming this way.
This should get me up there.
Okay. Don't stretch your character model, please, Aloy. It's creepy. This way. I guess that overrides the vent, maybe? Or maybe it does something else that will lead me to being able to override the vent. I don't know what to expect. Okay,
That's it.
it's done.
Look at that.
Alright. Alright, they're past that then. Now what? Don't need any medicine. Oh, there's a machine coming. Alright, I've been trying to shoot that thing for like 10 minutes, man. Ridiculous exaggeration. But still, I tried like 3 times and missed all 3 times. There we go. Okay, more arrows. Always stay topped up. I need wood still, don't I? I guess I got a little bit more. Alright. This way. Okay. Jump. Alright, made it. Alright. There's clearly
Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge.
something.
Okay, let's get them across.
Alright, now. Alright. Well, that was easy enough.
Come on
Okay.
over, it's safe.
What's down there? Like, there's clearly a place to climb up if I had fallen in, but it just looks like an abyss. I don't see anything down there to pick up, so yeah. Alright. Ah! Okay. Would have been nice for the game to
This place looks more
inform
like
me
the
that I
mountain used
needed
to be, where the
ice
demons
powers. Alright. This.
Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin.
Malware.
Trace routes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus. It must be stopped at all costs.
Remember
It has
Hephaestus.
reconfigured this facility.
Motherfucker tried to kill me in God of War 3.
Recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to their file.
Spirit speaks to us.
Alright. No frost claws in here.
It was part of Zero Dawn.
Okay.
This name is familiar to you?
Yes.
Induced
I
coma.
don't know what it's doing here.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us if it left more messages.
Maybe you're right. Let's keep moving.
It's a really dark corner. Alright. So, as expected, this is much more than just a regular cauldron from the look of it. Though I would be surprised if we weren't coming close to the end. Oh, those are something new. Or the frost balls. I don't know. They don't look like they're completed. That's a scorcher, isn't it? Yeah,
I'll try to
demonic.
find a way through.
Alright, so this is definitely new. There's a lot of stuff here that I don't like the look of. Oh, there's a lot of things here that I don't like. Okay.
This is it.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna have to fight all of these machines now. I'm on the wrong arrows. Gotta get that fucking mine launcher off its back. And then its fucking ass blaster thing as well. Okay. Run. Run away. Run away. Run away. Okay, you are just an asshole, my friend. Alright, I'm gonna run away now. Go somewhere else. Override these guys yet either, because I haven't actually finished the cauldron. So I do see this. Take that, asshole. How do you like it? Huh? Don't know if there's any more scorchers in here.
Sorry to spoil your fun.
I know I saw some crab things, or shell walkers rather. I thought I saw another walker, or watcher rather. I don't know. I guess I'll find out as I go, because I'm inevitably going to have to kill it if it's in my way. Vindictive sort. What's up here? Anything? Don't see anything. Come on. I just want to jump. Thank you. Alright, here we go. Drop. Take this. Thank you. Now. Is it down there? Where I need to be? No? I don't know where the override is. For that bridge. I don't see it down there anyway. Drop. Okay. So, that will hurt me if I go next to it. Oh, it is down there. I guess I just was looking at it at a weird angle. It didn't look like it.
I need to get away and undertake across.
Okay. There we go.
Should do it.
I'm gonna check up here. See what's here. Absolutely nothing. Alright. Do your freeze thing on the door, please. I'd like to move on.
And now it's my turn.
Yay. Holes. Alright. Any data points? Yep. MIE assessment. Sorry, can't read. Right. Is that what this cauldron is? MIE? Because a lot of them had like different weird letter combinations. Oh god, that could have been bad. Really, really bad. Nothing over here. Not entirely sure where I'm supposed to be going. Ah, here we go. Down into this area. Alright. That's a big negative. There's nothing over there for us. Down more. I feel like I'm getting closer to the lava. It's got to be really warm down here. Oh, that's a really nice effect, actually. Alright. Okay, there's one of those. Do this first. Alright. Should make sure I have the arrows. Make sure I have some ropes as well, just in case. What do you have to say? Cyan? I think your
To
name was?
any human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us.
It's... They're looking for a way to defeat the daemon. Maybe it's that one.
Alright. Stop that. Okay, here we go. Is this the main room?
Machine parts.
Jesus Christ, this place is
Here to be
huge.
melted down. Efficient.
We need to get across that gap.
Oh, tall neck.
Looks like I'll have to go over.
Alright, I was trying to pick up the mushrooms, but I was full. Alright, I wanted to explore up there a little more, but I guess I'll get the chance later. Have to extend the bridge for them to get across either way, so... What was that? Okay, that did nothing. There we go. Okay. Ah! Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't get your panties in a wad thing. I don't know what you are, but I assume you wear panties. Alright. Stop. Drop. I said drop. Yep. Okay. Ooh, an elevator. I want to ride the elevator. Go. It's not going to crush me, is it? Jump. Alright, made it. Okay. Not entirely sure where I go next. There's another elevator. Jump. Didn't even need the handholds there. Unless I was supposed to go over there, but I don't think I was. Okay. And this is gonna make a bridge, I assume.
Too.
Whoa, okay, that was bad timing on my part. Alright. I assume I need to jump to that and not that. Because reasons. Safety. Whoa. That was weird. And drop. Okay. Now then. Ah, yes. Override. From the complete wrong angle.
That should cut off the vent up there.
Okay. What did that do? Alright, I guess I'm going forward now. Jump. Okay. Made it. Down here.
Don't look too stable.
Go. Alright. Shoot you. Annoying me. What's that? Ah. Okay. Oh, okay, that works, I guess. Not real sure how that was possible. Back in. I just completely skipped that one. Alright. Just gonna wait. And wait. And go. Thank you. Now, up here. Jump. There we go. Okay, go in. Alright, here we go. Oh, hi. Fuck. Never seen one leap like that. There you are. Alright. I think there's one more, maybe? Guess not. Alright, can I make that? No. Oh, there is one more. Where are you? Motherfucker. Okay. Still alive. Not entirely sure I'm meant to be down here. I guess that kind of inadvertently helped me a little bit. Thank you, Mr. Watcher. Where are you? Where are you, you piece of shit? Alright, I don't know where it went. Alright, this way. Okay. Come on. Go in, please. Thank you. There we go. And around this way. Up. Ooh, purple. Okay. Now, this is where that watcher was that shot me. I want my revenge. Die, motherfucker. Alright, it's dead. Sleep happy. Oh, shit. Okay. Assume I need to jump on one of these. Okay. Take me somewhere. Magical floating box thing. Is this where I'm supposed to stop? The game hasn't told me. I don't know where I get off this ride. Assume here. Or maybe further up and then come back this way. Yeah. Right, down. Okay. What the hell? Well, that's disgusting. Jump. And roll and override. That took entirely too long. seems like this DLC just
What is the battalion doing
it
here?
exists purely to make me record longer than I want to. The only reason the rage quit recording was 2 hours long is because I quit after I hit the 2-hour mark. It just happened to be right around there that I just got fed the fuck up with it. What's up here? Anything? No. Alright, open the door, attack. Did you do it? I expect it to be open. Attack. Thank you. I don't know if that was him or Rhea. That one. I think I have one of those. I just don't use it.
We're close now.
Alright. Almost to shadow level, or I think that's what they're called. Burst levels, something like that. Almost 20 times I've filled up the XP bar since I reached level 6. There's a lot of stuff in here. Holy crap. Okay, what is this? This has to be the main room, man. That was just an unnecessary amount of exclamation.
Voice of demon.
What is happening? Help your allies cross their cycling area. So far, I don't see anything that they would need help doing. Alright, hold on. Hold on. Guys, I need to know. You know how stairs work, right? One foot in front of the other, slightly higher than the last. That's pretty much the only thing you're gonna need to do here.
The altar.
Activate the source node. Ooh. Have that. Alright. Let's look for other stuff before I do this. I don't know what's gonna happen once I do this. So, yeah.
There's no light here.
Alright.
Spirit present. Only the demon.
And there's definitely stuff down there. That's the...
But we have to
What
find
is
it.
that? That's the tower. What is that thing? Cauldron drone. I don't know what's gonna happen here. This should be interesting. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Okay, so naturally, I can only go one of two ways here, so let's do that. That's the wrong way. Go up first.
Possible security threat detected.
This way, around like that. This way. Nope, this
Analyzing
wrong way.
scrutiny matrix.
And then like this.
Security threat confirmed.
And then if I were to rotate this, that doesn't work. There's really only one way that can go at that point. And that means it can't come back that way. So at this point, I need to get the line to do that, which means it needs to go this way here. Maybe not. Maybe like this. Oh. Okay. Let's put it this way. And then do that. That's not going to work because that won't go anywhere. Alright, so that will lead it there. If I were to do this, that leads it back down here, which leads it back to that, which leads it back around, which can then, hopefully, get us to the right direction. This way. This way.
Preparing countermeasures.
Alright, now, if I were to do this, we're done.
It worked.
Popping.
Partial recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the blue light. It's Aurea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them.
What does that mean?
Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent.
Volcanic eruption.
Go to the core chamber.
I'm excited.
I will try to raise the constraint. One has been exposed, but I am
Unauthorized protocol returned. Scheduled task.
I just want to point out that this all spawns from the asshole nature of Ted Faro.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there.
I just noticed it has a heart.
Hephaestus. The daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded.
Is this the
It's
end?
going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself.
It's got
I
giant
already know the
hands.
answer. Then lead us into battle.
This might very well be the end of the DLC. Alright, let's go.
Keep moving towards the core.
Make some more arrows. Alright,
Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
okay, yeah. Not much. Oh god. Jump! Okay.
Okay.
Gotta be
Cyan
quick
said
before the
something
lava
about
comes back.
restraint.
Oh, it's got one of those. Alright, destroy the or override the control tower. Does not appear to be anything around. So let's override it. I don't know, maybe if I override it, it well no, I've overridden them before. Okay. Oh. Well, that's not good. Well, I guess it is good for me, not good for Hephaestus. Oh, that's a fireball. Yep. Yep, that's a fireball.
The new unit that Cyan warned us about. This won't be easy. Let it stop us.
Alright, just real quick. Scan you real quick. Oh, it can just make lava come out of the ground. How wonderful for you. Oh, okay, stop trying to pull off some pro wrestler moves on me, man. You know what? Actually. Nope, no. Whoa, run away. Holy crap, man. It's just as bad as a fucking Frostclaw, except less cold. Alright, that doesn't do shit. Can we, like, have a civil discussion about this? Maybe? Oh, wow. These things are just silly. There we go. Now, something around here. Blow off some of its fucking jiggly bits. Run. It's gonna explode. Go away. Oh my god, I'm almost out there. It's half dead. All of this work and it's half dead. Nope. Okay, yep, I rolled into that one. That was my own fault. I deserved it. It has so much armor. Like, it has just a silly amount of armor, but then again, if Hephaestus is trying to protect itself, it makes sense.
Another tower! Stop it from repairing the beast!
Come on now. Hold override. Come on, distract it while I do this. Oh, I was so close. It just pulled something out of the ground. Okay. Now then. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Now, we need some more of these reasons. Alright. Let's see. I don't know what Aloy just did. Whoa, okay. That was the Ellie. This thing. Alright, make some more. I'm gonna just shoot you a couple times with this. Just trying to keep you tied down as much as possible. Also, I'd be surprised if another tower didn't show up before I kill this thing. I wonder if this one's just like super over armored because of the fact that it's in the cold. Maybe the rest of them won't be as bad, but this thing is taking so many hits. Back to the bow. Oh, come on. Alright, gotta tie you down again. Fuck. They're not doing anything.
We can't kill the machine while the power gains it.
Okay. Some more of these. Some more of these. Run some arrows. light. Silliness. I couldn't. Holy shit. Okay. Listen. Need some like anger management. I know a guy. Nope. Okay. Oh, I fucked that up. Oh my god, I can't hit that shoulder to save my dang life. Doesn't mean I'm gonna be able to fucking shoot it properly. Stop, 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 please. Run. Critical hit. Fuck. Did it. Give me a fucking heart. I want a heart, damn it. I didn't get a heart from that.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative.
Aloy!
No! Working our network.
So maybe this isn't the end?
Maria! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained.
Okay.
I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility.
Oh, that's cool.
In order to maintain caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center.
What does that mean?
Aurea, I'm free.
She's like
You must escape.
bleeding and shit.
My sister!
Oh. Volcano's gonna do a thing.
Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
Alright, run. Run away. Just gonna go ahead and do this as a precaution. As well as this. Artak. You're gonna have to hitch a ride.
It's the only way!
Jump, man. That's a lot of lava. That's all I'm saying. Like, if this thing fails to float, which, let's be honest, I don't know how it works, you might not want to fall in that. Is that the... Ooh. Was that looked like the bit on a Thunderjaw's back? I wonder if that was supposed to be the Thunderjaw that I killed. Oh, they're doing the thing I said they were gonna do.
Get me up top, Aratak! Now!
Alright, he's been holding on for far too long.
I need explosive ammo! Above! Quick!
Game's not gonna make me do this, is it? That was actually really smart. She destroyed one of them so that instead of going straight, it would go to the side. And now he caused an avalanche. Immediately before a volcanic eruption. If that volcano doesn't goddamn erupt.
Rhea's gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Okay. Turn to Array's retreat. Where am I right now? Ah. Kinda got blown out sideways. Interesting. I'm going to activate this fire right here, and then I'm going to fast travel there and see what happens. After that, we're going to end the recording, because I've been going over again. Like I said, this game seems to just want me to record longer than I want to. I don't know if this is the end or not. Take that. Okay. And that should activate now. Alright, there is a tower there, but I'm not worried about it right this second. I want to go see what happens here. So, yeah. That was a hell of a fight with that fucking fire claw, man. I assume those are just going to be released on the world now. And I'll have to fight more of them, because there's an achievement. I think you have to fight 8 fire claws and 5 scorchers for achievements. You have to kill that many. You don't have to just fight them, because that would be easy. Just shoot an arrow at one, run away. I fought you for half a second. It counts. Don't look at the rulebook. It counts. Promise. Game takes forever to load. Alright, up we go. Alright, is there any... I don't think there are.
The Banuk might find this blue gleam stuff valuable.
We've said that about 100 times. Just gonna get rid of the waypoint really quick. There we go. Alright, Aratak?
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna talk to the human first. Where did you run off to? Jesus, man, you told me to come here. Alright, listen. I know what you're thinking. It's just a big circle.
My chieftain.
Just, Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Aurea might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Aurea would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Aurea found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
So I guess this is the end of the actual story.
Time to talk to Cyan. Should be interesting.
It's being side missions. I doubt there's going to be a credit sequence, really. It's kind of open-ended. I'm sure there's plenty of side missions and stuff like that to do, and there are achievements for it. But I will do those on my own time. I really want to share the story. I don't want to clear out the entire game 100% it on camera and not give anyone that wants to go out and buy this game a reason not to. Like, if you want to experience the game, I'm going to leave stuff for you guys to experience. I don't know if this is going to be the end or not, but here we go.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
You meant a lot to Aurea.
Once I understood Aurea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Aurea's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Aurea, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Aurea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
Hold on.
So in the old world,
This
land
shit
was
I wanna
called
know.
Yellowstone.
Yes, It was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Aurea's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Pharaoh?
Are you referring to Theodore Pharaoh, CEO of Pharaoh Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Pharaoh was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor? But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Pharaoh spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
Alright, so we only have the one thing left. But the the information, man, I just love it. Sorry I'm being so quiet. I want to hear all this stuff and I don't want to talk over it.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Rhea said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
Okay.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous
much
machines?
information.
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
Oh my god, it just keeps going. Found something that calmed the machines.
I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal, all the nearby machines became peaceful, you could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I.
So many
I found the
questions.
strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
Is that it?
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Aurea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them, bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can.
Okay. So, what is that? That's her. Is that the end? I got a shitload of stuff. Conquered the mountain. I mean, the only other side stuff I see. What's this? That's the side mission that I've already accepted. It has to be a fire call, right? Ooh, God. Excuse me. I don't know why that keeps happening. Alright, kill fire calls and find the rail part. So yeah, I think that's it. That's an interesting thing. Like I said, that is the main portion of the story for the DLC, I think.
Time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus, all very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You can stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Alright. So I didn't get all the information I wanted about Silence, but definitely a much more interesting look at a potential sequel to this game, in the sense that there were more than one corrupt AI that survived the explosion. One of them being the metal flowers, which is an interesting twist. The other one was the one that calmed the machines that was destroyed in that side mission way back when. I don't even know if I did that side mission in my original playthrough, but I do remember that because it looked exactly like Cyan, the big orb thing. That's a lot of information to take in and a lot of stuff that could lead into a potential sequel. I think I'm going to end this series here. Honestly, I just kind of want to sit back and enjoy the rest of this and leave some of it.
Blue gleam. Might as well trade it.
Thank you, Aloy. I'm going to leave some of the mystery for you guys to find on your own. I highly recommend the main game and the DLC. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say it comes out first week in December. The complete edition comes out, which includes the entirety of the game. And this is the only DLC that they are going to release, so you get everything. Nothing new will come until its inevitable sequel. So if you haven't already played it, I highly recommend you pick that up when it does come out. Until next time, this has been Horizon Zero Dawn: The Frozen Wilds. I love you all. Thank you all for watching. Ta-ta.